What's up, Grow Fit family? Today is a different type of video. Today, I just felt compelled. I have to share with you some of these testimonies that you have emailed me and you have written on the comments about Moringa. Now, the reason why I'm doing this is because I don't want to be the one that I'm telling you that, hey, this tree is changing my life, my family's life. The more research I do on the tree, the more I see that it's really a God saying. I don't want to just be the one telling you this. I want everyone to read these comments with me because it's motivating me. And I know that when you leave a comment, you might not see what someone else wrote. I just randomly printed out. I selected some comments from you and just some emails that you sent me, and I just printed it out so I can read a few of these because I want you to hear it from others what Moringa has done for them, because it's not just me and my family. Thank you. I read the comments. I love reading the comments and hearing from you there what you are doing in all the videos. But today I want to read about this. Here's one of them right here. Here's one of our Moringa trees. I want to read the comments so you can benefit from this too, and you can hear what other people from all around the world, not just United States, all around the world is saying about Moringa. So this big monster right here is another one of our Moringa trees. Look at that. This thing is about 30 feet tall. So yeah, we're gonna harvest it because we got a lot of family and a lot of friends who needs this. So we're gonna harvest this whole thing in time, but this is about 30 feet tall. In comparison, this is like a baby tree. This is only about 12 feet tall. It's still a big tree, but 12 feet tall Moringa. This is our little one right here. This is about a little bit over 5 feet tall. This one is easy to harvest. So this is our, if you want to call our daily harvest one, our easy one, we can just come outside and pick. So we've been picking this one. This is why it's not growing as tall, because we harvest this one every single day. And here's another one, nice and beautiful. We harvest from this one too. But like I said, we got family, we got friends. We give this Moringa away to them. We let them have it. We harvest and we give it away, and we got so much more to send to family and friends. And you can do this too. You can grow this if you live in the zone. Some people can't, and that's okay. You can buy it. And we also have a lot of Moringa in pots. So we got some seeds and we put it in pots. I know you guys, I've been getting emails about seeds. I'll be responding to them soon. So all the seeds that we got, we've been pretty much either growing some more Moringa with these seeds that we got, or we're eating it ourselves, or we already gave it away. So this year, I don't have any seeds for you guys. Next year, I should have some seeds for you guys. So sorry about that, but you know, I gotta do what we gotta do. So first, we're building out the Moringa. Second, we'll be able to give you guys some. So yes, let's get into these comments. Let me sit down and find some. All right, so just note, now these are just random comments. So I just took, as you see, some comments, copied and pasted, printed it. So I have the names of you on here. Hopefully I don't butcher them too bad, but just a few comments. I might not even read them all, but just a few comments from emails you can email in. A lot of you can go into the website now and sending emails to me there about different things, which is great. So let's read some. So the first one, let's start off, is Christina Mose 5776. You said that, this was 4 weeks ago, you said that, yes, this is so true. I also take Moringa every day. It's my multivitamin. I take it as tea, and I also include it in many dishes that I cook. Moringa really improves my health. It's a miracle tree. I could not agree more with you. We do the same thing. Every single day, we tea Moringa. I don't think for the last maybe at least 9 months, it's been a day that we have not had Moringa. Maybe when we travel, we don't have Moringa, and that's probably when we need to bring the seeds with us. But every single day we take Moringa tea, and we love it. Mix it with some things every now and then, some lemongrass, whatever we have, we mix it with things just to give it a little bit taste. My wife, she grew up, tea was everything for her. My wife has the Haitian background, and her parents used to give her teas for everything. So her palate for tasting things that is very earthy is much better than mine. So a lot of times when we make the tea, she has to dock it up a little bit just for my taste, but I'm getting better. All right, the second comment I'm gonna read is from Aisha 5948. It says, I've been taking it for about 5 years for sporadic pain. Now I have about 30 trees at various stages. I grind it into powder and I put it into my coffee almost daily. I cook with it. I also make compost tea with it. I just started grinding up the seeds and adding it to my drink. I've never really thought about putting it in coffee. I love coffee. Never thought about putting it in coffee. Don't know if I can take that taste. So you're probably like my wife, is not is not going to bother you. I don't know if I can take that taste like that. But thank you for that. Let's see. The next one is from Bob Stinger. I take 6,000 milligrams a day of Moringa. It helped with PSA and lots of health issues. Of course, I do kiwi, strawberry, blackberry, blueberry smoothies as well, which is rich in fiber. That is the key. So with all these medicinal herbs and trees we take, it's great to take your Moringa and everything else too. But you want to, healthy is not just taking one thing and that's just a cure-all. There's no such thing as just a cure-all. At least I haven't found that, not even Moringa. So mixing it up with different things, that's how you do it. That's how you live a healthy lifestyle. What Tony Horton said, variety is the spice of life. I agree with that completely. So the next one is from Florida Foodie Guy. I like that name. I've never ever heard of Moringa until recently. Now I'm wondering where it's been my whole life. I planted one in a big pot about 3 weeks ago, and I swear it's grown several inches already. I've been reading up on all the ways to use it, and I'm especially excited to make tea once the leaves really start coming in. Yeah, I feel you there. It's also nice to have something in the garden that's packed with nutrients, but doesn't seem to mind our Florida heat. Can't wait to see how it does in the summer, throughout the summer. It's gonna do good throughout the summer. It's the fall and the winter, depending on where you at, that you're gonna have to worry about, because Moringa does not like cold. Like Moringa is it's one of those tropical plants. It doesn't look tropical when it's growing. It look like maybe like a ornamental, but it's really one of those tropical plants that really need the heat. So let's see. Let's go to some of the emails. Okay, this is from Amina in Nairobi, Kenya. Growing up, my cuckoo always, I don't know if I said that right, y'all. But growing up, my cuckoo always said that this Moringa tree is medicine, but I never cared. I wanted soda and chips. Then last year, blood pressure almost killed me. Doctor put me on pills that made me very weak. One neighbor bring me some dry Moringa leaves, said boil it and drink it. I laughed, but I tried it. 2 weeks later, I felt energy again. I was walking to church. I didn't even stop for rest. Now I got 2 trees in my plot, and every morning I make uji with the powder. If I only listened to Cuckoo before, she was right all along. So I take it that's like grandma or mom. So we gotta listen to people who know more than us. Grandmas, moms, aunties, the elders is where it's at. That's where I'm learning all about these herbs from elders. They knew about this. Like all it takes is for us to look at somebody that's 70, 80 years old and they're carrying on their life and nothing has changed. They're still working, or they're still in the garden, they're still driving, they're still they're still living life at a high level. It's got to be a reason. And if you see them teeing something and they've been doing it for a while, chances are it's something that we need to do too. So I feel you on that. Listen to your grandma. All right, another one. This is from Angela from Kingston, Jamaica. Moringa's been around for a long time, but people don't really use it until trouble come in. I was stressed out bad last year, couldn't sleep, brain running the whole night. One day, my sister brought a bag of leaves and said, brew it before bed. I sipped it, it knocked me out. Since then, Moringa tea every night, and Moringa tea in my Bible. I sleep like a baby, skin cleared up. People call it the tree of life. I'm a believer now. God don't make mistakes. That is true. God does not make mistakes. Now, I personally, as far as the Moringa before bed, is the seeds will give you energy. For some reason, the seeds seem to give you energy when you take the seeds. But when you tea it, is not the same type of energy, at least for me. So taking it before bed or at night, for me too, is perfectly fine. Can't take those seeds before bed because the seeds just give you energy. So like I said, at least for us. Another email. So from Ravi from India. In my house, we always had drumstick tree. That's what we call moringa. Old people eat it, young people ignore it. I was getting stomach problems, always bloated, catch a cold easily. My mother said, eat your drumstick leaves, don't be foolish. So I put a dal, cooked pods in sambar. Again, like my childhood days. Within weeks, my digestion felt better. My body felt lighter. My kids are also eating it. Even crispy fried leaves, they like the chips. I didn't know you can make moringa chips like kale chips. I didn't know you can do that. So my mom was always right. Yeah, listen to moms, listen to grandmas and grandpas and dads, yeah. Let's see another comment. This is Michael from Atlanta. I ain't the type to comment much, but your video hit home. Been fighting type 2 diabetes for years. Pills help me, but man, do they drain you. Like you wake up tired all the time. I ordered some moringa seeds, put one in a pot on my back porch, didn't expect much, started to blend the leaves in my protein shake. Numbers came down, doctor asked what I was doing different. I just said growing my greens. Not saying it cured me, but it gave me hope. And hope feels better than any pill. That right there, see, this is why I'm reading the comments, because it's so many of us that has pain, and the first thing doctors want to do is give us pills. And I'm not saying that these pills are wrong. I'm not saying that, because some pills do help you. But what I'm saying is there's always an alternative way a lot of times that we don't explore, we don't think about. So the fact that, like, listen to Michael, like type 2 diabetes, he's always woke up feeling tired, and now was taking the medication. Now he's taking the moringa and he's feeling better. So you can take these herbs and these plants, you know, and with your pills. Now make sure you ask your doctor first. You know, like I said, I'm not a doctor, but talk to your physician, talk to your doctor first and see if you can. And if you can, I mean, you're adding things to make a healthier lifestyle. So thank you, Michael, for this comment. I really appreciate it. Let's see about it. Read another one. Garden Nana 52. Like that name too. So my grandson and I picked up young moringa plant last month after I started learning about the health benefits. We have it on the patio where it gets lots of sun. It's already filling out nicely. I've only sampled a few leaves so far in salads, but I'm looking forward to drying some for tea. It feels good knowing I'm growing something that can support my health naturally. I've started keeping a little notebook of recipes and ideas when the plant really starts producing. I have this feeling this one will become a staple in my kitchen. It will. It's a staple in our kitchen. Sure, it's other plants and herbs too that you'll probably use more for everyday cooking, but as far as your health and that you can put in food easily and you really don't notice the taste a lot of times, yeah, moringa is that. So it's a staple in our kitchen, and that's why we're growing so many trees and growing more. So I have a lot of mango trees, and mango trees are great and they are fine. But I mean, for me, it's like, okay, if I have one mango tree, I look at it as, if I have my sugar here, let me get my medicine here. So if I plant this moringa tree, I better have a herb or medicine to go with it. So, you know, not to say that mangoes are bad for you or nothing like that, but still, it's one for one, and that's how I'm trying to do it. All right, let's see, what haven't we read? So Healthy Harvest Mama. I just planted my first moringa tree a few weeks ago, and I'm learning about it here, and I'm really amazed. It's only been in the ground a short time, but it's taken off faster than anything else in my yard. Moringa does that. Moringa will be like the fastest growing tree that you have in your yard. I can promise you that. It's not too many things that grow faster. I've been picking up a few leaves here and there and adding it to smoothies, and even small amounts. I feel like I have steady energy throughout the day. I'm excited knowing that it's just a few months. I'll be able to soon harvest a lot more. Yeah, you will be. In a month from now, you're gonna be able to harvest a lot more. I've already told my neighbors about it. We might have a little moringa corner in the neighborhood. So that's cool. Like, that's really cool. Like, give some to your neighbors. Let your neighbors benefit from this health that you're providing in your backyard. I mean, you have your own health food store now in your backyard. That's pretty cool. The email from Carlos from Brazil, Rio. Man, my knees were done. I'm 58, construction my whole life, and I've been carrying cement, climbing scaffolds, everyday pain. My friend compadre told me to try Moringa. My brother, I thought he was joking. I started mixing the powder in my suco with banana and papaya. After some weeks, my knees stopped screaming so much. I can walk again. My wife laughed when I planted the trees in our yard. Now she cooks. I don't know what that is, I'm sorry. With moringa leaves, and it tastes really good. I tell everyone now, this tree is real and it's not just a story. It is real and it's not just a story. Thank you for that. Carlos, I really appreciate that comment. And my wife, she uses it a lot too in many of our dishes. Not just teas, you can put it in a lot of things. Like I just learned right here, reading the comments. Somebody's putting it in coffee, you know, so you can put it in a lot of things to enhance what you're already doing to get your vitamins. So let's read another one, and I think we'll call that a day. What haven't we read? Dependent Freedom Food said, I'm growing 200 trees and documenting my journey here just like you. I don't wake up with pains anymore. That's all I can say for now. That's how we're gonna end this. 200 trees. I have what, like 4 or 5 trees, a few that were planted. 200 trees. You don't grow 200 of anything. You don't take the time it takes to grow 200 of anything if it wasn't something that's beneficial. Or, you know, he could be selling it. You know, 200 trees, I'm pretty sure he is selling some. But still, to grow 200 trees mean that it's a high need for it, which it is. So 200 trees. So y'all might want to independent freedom food. So I'm sure he has some seeds for you that you can go get. So yeah, so I just want to say that I really appreciate all these comments. I read all my comments. I try to reply to all the comments. You guys know that I really try. I might miss some here or there. Sorry about that. But Moringa has been a godsend. Now, it's one of my favorite things to take. It is my daily multivitamin. Yes, I do take other vitamins. But here's the thing. Since I put Moringa in my life, I don't feel bad when I miss my other vitamins, or let's say, you know, for whatever reason, I'm traveling, I don't have my vitamins, but I knew leading up to it, like the days before, like I up my Moringa, like I feel good. After we come back from places and after we get off the airplane, it's like you get that jet lag and you kind of feel like, for some reason, we all know it. You take some Moringa, you up your Moringa, you feel great afterwards. Like it hasn't been a vitamin that I have taken yet where I feel like that, to the point where I'm almost thinking like, should I cancel my vitamin subscription? You know, it's like that. But you know I got all my vitamins, give me all the other trace minerals and all that I need. But soon my whole yard is going to provide that. And that's why we grow food. That's why we grow these herbs and these medicines, because we want our yard to be able to provide everything for us. So it's going to save you money. It's going to improve your health, and you're able to pass this on to so many different people. You can pass on the knowledge, and you can pass on the plant to people. So you're helping them 2 ways, because just giving someone a plant and saying, take this, I've found in my experience that doesn't work. Like it only works if they see instant, you know, results from it. But a lot of times you don't get instant results. You need a week, 2 weeks, a month, or a few months to let that, you know, to go through. And a lot of people, they'll instantly write it off as it doesn't work. It works. So when you're giving people the knowledge along with the plant and you're able to talk to them and tell them this, that's how you change someone's lives. You need the knowledge along with the plant. So I just want to say thank you guys very much. I really appreciate you guys watching this video. Until the next video, God bless.